So this is a bit different than what I normally make. Although I have made videos discussing clips and trailers for upcoming movies, I haven't really done that for normal videos on YouTube. But I randomly remembered this video's existence while on a car ride, so I decided to make a video on it. This is also partly inspired off of YouTuber Hugbees. He looked into a video made by Cool School where they talked about the presidents. It's a pretty funny one, go check it out. In this video, I'm also going to delve into a Cool School video. However, this time it's going to be based off of their Dinosaur video. And as an autistic dinosaur nerd with only dinosaurs, primates, and Jen Ortega on his mind, I'm going to be pointing out the various inaccuracies and problems that this video presents. So without further ado, let's get on to the video.
Dinosaurs lived millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years ago.
66 million years ago to be exact.
The word dinosaur means terrible lizard, but I don't think they're terrible at all. I think they're cool.
I 100% agree with this statement. Also, get that pterosaur out of here. He's not a dinosaur.
Okay, maybe that dino is kind of terrible. Leave some cake for the rest of us, Rex.
Minor nitpick here, this is supposed to be a Tyrannosaurus, but they gave it 3 fingers. Tyrannosaurus, as well as other late Tyrannosaurids, only had 2 fingers.
Some dinosaurs are small, like the Moosaurus. That name means mouse lizard.
Huh? Here's a fun fact about Moosaurus. It was not small at all, it was a pretty large sauropodomorph. The reason why it's called mouse lizard was because the first few specimens that were discovered were juveniles and babies that were mistaken as the animal's full-grown size. We now know that the animal was around 10 feet long and 150 pounds in weight. So yeah, he ain't no mouse.
Some are big, like the Apatosaurus.
Apatosaurus was a large dinosaur, don't get me wrong, but it was smaller than most other sauropods.
Some are really, really, really big, like the Titanosaurus.
Titanosaurus is no longer considered a valid genus, so instead, this is Argentinosaurus now, which was the largest dinosaur of all time.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex, or the T-Rex, is one of the most famously ferocious dinosaurs. But his arms are so tiny.
2 important things to mention here. Tyrannosaurus Rex was not the Tyrannosaur with the smallest arms. That goes to Tarbosaurus, its smaller Asian relative with even tinier arms. And secondly, the arms of Tyrannosaurus were not useless at all. They were very strong and muscular and could carry up to 400 pounds. So if you were to ever have an arm wrestling contest with a T-Rex, not only would the T-Rex win, it would be strong enough to pull your arm clean out of the socket.
It was probably hard for him to tie his shoes.
Why the hell would a T-Rex need to wear shoes? It has pads on its feet, which makes its steps undetectable by prey.
Did you know there's another dino called the P-Rex? The P stands for Pinocchio.
This is specifically Chiangosaurus. I'm guessing the only reason why they never say its name is because Chiangosaurus is kind of difficult to pronounce.
He's called Pinocchio Rex because this dinosaur had a long nose, just like Pinocchio.
That is actually true. Chiangosaurus, or the Pinocchio Rex, is called that because of its long snout, resembling the long nose of Pinocchio.
Plus, he probably didn't eat peas at all because the P-Rex was a carnivore. Carnivores eat meat. Other dinosaurs are leaf eaters. They eat, well, leaves. And some dinosaurs eat anything, like Yoshi.
Or troodontids. Those guys were omnivores and would eat anything from meats to plants. You could have mentioned those, but you didn't. It's fine though. Yoshi's pretty cool though.
You might call him a nom-nom-nomivore. Whenever Yoshi eats something, he lays an egg. Dinosaur eggs are really colorful.
This is actually true. Non-avian dinosaur eggs would have been pretty colorful in real life, though not to the extent of them looking like Easter eggs like shown here.
Some dinosaurs can fly, like the Pegasaurus. Just kidding, I made that one up. But the pterodactyl could fly.
Firstly, the group of flying reptiles are not called pterodactyls, they're called pterosaurs. Second, if you're referring to the genus of pterosaur, it's called Pterodactylus, not pterodactyl. And thirdly, they are not dinosaurs. Pterosaurs, the flying reptiles, are archosaurs and are related to dinosaurs, but they are not dinosaurs themselves. So no, Pterodactylus is not a flying dinosaur. If you wanted to use a flying dinosaur, you could have used Microraptor. You could also use birds. They're the only living dinosaur we have, and they can fly. The majority of them can. Saying that Pterodactylus or any other pterosaur is a flying dinosaur is inaccurate and pretty bad information.
Even though dinosaurs lived a long time ago, we still find parts of them today. These are called fossils. There are even fossil Pokemon, like Mega Aerodactyl.
Firstly, why did they choose specifically Mega Aerodactyl and not just regular Aerodactyl? Second, I'm pretty sure that Aerodactyl is a pterosaur Pokemon, not a dinosaur Pokemon. And thirdly, what does this have to do with anything aside from fossils? There are also better choices for fossil Pokemon that are actually dinosaurs.
Scientists can learn a lot about dinosaurs from fossils, like how big the dino was, how long ago it lived, and even how smart they were. They say the Troodon was the smartest dinosaur.
Oh, now you mentioned Troodontids. But to be fair, Troodontids are more famous for their intelligence rather than their diets. And yes, Troodontids were actually pretty smart. They were probably as smart as foxes and modern parrots. And although I would mention that Troodon is an invalid genus and should be referred to either as Deinonychosaurus or Latinavenatrix, due to a recent neotype that was proposed back in May, Troodon is valid in my book. Although still heavily debated, it is very much possible that Troodon is now considered valid again. Again, this is still heavily debated, but since I'm a Troodontid fanboy, I'm gonna still say that Troodon is valid.
Hey Troodon, what's 2 plus 2?
2?
Okay, not that smart.
I'd beg to differ.
Some dinosaurs were really fast, and some are really slow.
The fastest dinosaurs would have been falcons and ornithomimosaurs, while the slowest dinosaurs would have been titanosaur sauropods.
To sum it all up, dinosaurs lived a super long time ago.
66 million years ago to be exact.
They were totally awesome, and they couldn't tie their shoes.
Why would they need shoes?
If I could name my own dinosaur, I'd name it Super Awesomesaurus.
There's already a sauropod named Supersaurus, so they already beat you to it.
Or maybe just Calvin. And I'd ride around on it all day, and I'd let all my friends ride on him too. Everybody gets a dino ride.
Not gonna lie, that actually sounds really fun.
What kind of dinosaur would you want? And what would you name your dinosaur?
I would have an Osteraptor and a Sicunicus, aka the giant Troodontid of Alaska. I would name my Osteraptor Piotr and my Troodontid Orchid. And that was the Cool School Dinosaur video. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sure, it did have tons of inaccuracies, some minor, some very major, but not really that bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't too bad either. It was fine for the most part. I am going to be working on a video talking about the new photos released for the upcoming Prehistoric Planet 3, which I'm very much excited about. And until then, I'll see you all in the next video.